AI in emerging businesses and their supply chain management. Artificial intelligence had a wide range of usage in businesses, including streamlining the job processes and aggregating the business's data. So researchers aren't exactly sure what artificial intelligence means for the future of the businesses, specifically as it relates to the blue-collar jobs. Hi, my name is Dr. Akanksha, and today we have our panel members Dr. Akhil Damodaran, Cluster Head, School of Businesses, and Dr. Shantanu Trivedi, Faculty UPS Online with us to discuss about the topic AI in emerging businesses and their supply chain management. So my first question is to both the panelists, what is AI and how it has transformed the businesses? I'll request Dr. Akhil to proceed with the question first.
Okay, so if I want to define what is AI, first you have to understand why there is so much hype about this particular technology for at least for the last 3-4 years. See, first of all, don't get confused that AI means automation. I mean, when we try to relate AI with supply chain, or when we say processors, when we say or any automation job, we try to say that it's automates thing. Automation was happening for the last 40 years, but nobody was talking about AI. The reason why AI has become a shift or a tectonic shift towards different era for this modern world is because AI means by definition is a machine which has a cognitive ability exactly like what human is, in the sense it can reason, it can question, it can use your logic, it can solve problems. Solve problem in the sense that it can think exactly the way human is. And more important, why now AI has become much more important, is it can learn. I mean, the most important ability for a human being, which differs it from other species and everybody is able to do mistakes and learn to improve its own nature. That's how it has developed its brain. The same is now possible with AI. If you look at ChatGPT for the last 6 months, it has improved because of us, because when we start doing the questions with it, its accuracy has kept on increasing the last 6 months, because every time it made a mistake, because I think Shantanu also may agree, in the initial time when we start writing something in ChatGPT, sometimes it may give an answer that I don't know the answer, or it's not my scope. But that has changed a lot. Now the probability of answering no has become much less for ChatGPT, because it learns from its mistake. That's what makes us much more relatable to a human, and that's why it is very close to the actual definition of AI. So it's not automation, it's reasoning. So the question is how it is going to transform the business. Now you have got a partner who can think like you. I mean, it can give you an idea to a business. Previously, what used to happen is you're trying to automate things. That's not AI. I mean, like computer used to do all the things. Like you used to do the paperwork, now you have computer do it. But that's only making the process fast. It's not giving a new process. Now, when you have an AI, it gives you an idea of a new process, or device a new process in front of you, because it can think exactly like you. And moreover, it enhances your performance. For example, now if you look at ChatGPT, if people are using ChatGPT for fact finding, that's wrong. You can do better Google. But if you are writing a particular email and you used to give it to a secretary before to enhance that English, you put that email in ChatGPT and say enhance it. It gives you such a good, the readability in the English, that your work has become much more easy. And that's not automation. That's exactly like a person who is partnering with you to do that work. So it's like in Iron Man, there was something called Jarvis. I mean, this is exactly what the first comic AI which was created. This is exactly what is happening today. So how it's going to transform business? Tectonically, it's going to transform like anything. Every 6 months, you're going to see a different kind of a technology coming in. And now you see the hype cycles. It was blockchain, then it was metaverse, then it was ChatGPT, and now you have Auto ChatGPT, now you have Google Bard. It's like exploding in every single era. How it is happening? Because now you have a partner who is thinking and doing exactly the same thing. So I mean, it's a huge transformation, but I think that question can be expanded in the next coming couple of times. So I will better have a view of my co-partner here on this.
Yeah, so thanks for highlighting what actually AI is doing and how it is transforming. I would start with the thing that AI is not anything which has started in just 3-4 years. Like you also highlighted about that, it was for quite a long time. It is just that we have now understood that yes, ChatGPT kind of things are there, and other AI advanced technologies are there that actually are helping and how we can use in our businesses. So earlier what was happening with AI kind of technology, like it was kind of curating you something for your business, or it was giving you some suggestions input, like say for example YouTube, so or any social media platform. So they also used AI for quite a long time, and let's say for example you were using you were watching some video, so their AI based algorithm was suggesting you, so they were curating content for you. Now it is moved from curating to generating content, which means that now it can create content for you. So whatever you want, let's say you type on something on ChatGPT and you get the answer. There are softwares like or technology, AI based technology or platforms like Dolly, or there are Perplexity, or there are multiple platforms that can even create images, videos, AI based avatars. So there are number of ways in which you can generate content for you. So this will actually be helping in businesses a lot in creating kind of environment in which your time is saved, your thinking beyond a certain limit can be enhanced with the help of an AI tool. So now the AI technology that we are using is actually helping businesses, not only the traditional ones but also the new age startups one, the emerging businesses, in understanding that how technologies can be used, and these AI based technologies can be used and how they can be integrated in our businesses. Just take an example of an emerging business. Let's say for example we take an example of ChatGPT company. When they started couple of years back, they were a team of 200 people. Even now they have a team of let's say 400 people. So is this ChatGPT and you imagine the type of and the amount of content they actually now are able to generate. Although you can say, and there are people who disagree with that, my view would be like it was giving content which actually looks good. You cannot work on actually completely relying on or completely depending on the content that actually was created by ChatGPT, as Dr. Akhil also highlighted, but it was actually giving you a kind of guiding mechanism. So you have now an alternate option as well. So let's say whatever human is doing, AI is also helping you in improving on it. How you can enhance your understanding, knowledge, capability. Let's say for example, and people are I think curious or scared of what AI can do, but there is nothing to be scared of. It is just like we will be transforming some roles, some opportunities, and will be growing over a period of time while understanding what AI can do.
So this was actually a great insights about what AI and how the AI is being partnering with the human to get the enhancement in the management of the supply chain and transforming the business's processes. So now my next question, and proceeding further, my next question is to Dr. Akhil. Now can you please explain how this strategic advantages that AI can bring in the emerging businesses and the startups?
Okay, I mean, it's a nice question to start with. So, I mean, as I said in the previous question itself, AI is not an automation, it's more of a partner to you. So, when I say the strategic advantage is most of the work which you supposed to outsource and pay to do it. I mean, there was a site called as Upwork. I don't know whether people may be aware of it. It's an outsourcing site where you are giving them project work, or you want writing help, or you want many others. I mean, even graphic works. Today, that site has a drastic reduction in terms of the project consultancy which they have, because 90% of the work the ChatGPT can do, and for you it's more quicker than anything else. Now I think some of you may not even be aware of it. ChatGPT has enabled one more facility, that is, now you have, let's say, a report of 400 page. There's a link, you copy that if it is accessible. You copy that and put in ChatGPT and say what the report says. It will summarize the whole report within 2 minutes in front of you. I mean, imagine the kind of help it is going to have a PhD student. I mean, who has to do a 400-page report writing. It's just like this. Literature review, all those things. Now, the point is that also makes sure that the person who is doing it has to enhance the work. I mean, now you have already the 50% of your operation work is done by the AI. So your output also increases. So how it's going to transform the business? The question here is, it's not going to transform the business in terms of speed. It's going to transform the business in terms of optimization. It's going to transform the business in terms of experience with the customer. It's going to transform the business in terms of the technology which is going to be given to the customer. I mean, now the customer, to be very frank, will be more powerful in terms of what kind of experience he or she is getting. Right? For example, there's a company called Boston Dynamics. I don't know whether people know it. In logistics sector, 5 years back, that company was just a science R&D. And today, I think they have tied up with Hyundai, if I'm not wrong, in the engineering department. They are leading the AI department completely. The robots which the Boston Dynamics has. Now, if you look at the robot, you will realize that it's not that the robot is able to lift a particular carrier baggage and putting somewhere. The point is the robot is able to do the decision by itself. It knows how much I need to do that, how much, what weight I need to balance on the 2 legs. Can you imagine that? That's what human brain does. It's not possible otherwise. And then it is able to flexibly move in different places according to optimizing the whole land area, packaging, everything. And it is also trying to evaluate the time if it is required to put that baggage in a particular place. That is a very, very crucial thing which human evolved in almost 100-200 years is able to do by that Boston Dynamics in 5-6 years, and now developing more. And now because of the metals they have, they are able to work in harsh climate. So don't look at it in like human ka job ja raha hai. What really happens here is human doesn't need to work in a harsh climate. That Boston Dynamic robot can do that, and because of that, your lot of automation has improved a lot. Because of ChatGPT, you will not be aware of this, but ChatGPT is responsible now for at least 2% or 1% of the startups for their idea they have generated. I mean, to be very frank, after ChatGPT has come, many of the startups have started because of the idea given by ChatGPT. They have given their profile to ChatGPT that this is my strength, this is my weakness. Give me the idea what business I can start. It just worked out for them. I mean, that is how the whole world is going to change now in the department. So, in a nutshell, I want to boil down the bullet points. First, obviously, most of the businesses will have optimization because AI will do most of the monotonous work, to be very frank, or repetitive jobs. Apart from that, it is also it will work as a partner to the board. I mean, in the sense they are to get the right idea, to understand how things works out, and to market analysis, market research, all these things AI can do a much more better way. Third very important point is, now what will happen is you will see every 3 to 4 months a new business idea coming out in the market, and that's going to be a bigger part of it. Last but not the least, the reason why when we talk about AI and now when the neuro-linguistic languages which they have come out in the machine learning, now the AI is expanding or advancing every 3 months. That exponential curve has started. So when you see a robot now around 6 months, the robot is doing much ahead the work which is possible to. So that's a technology which we are talking about right now, which is going to come out of the curve. Over to you, sir.
So, rightly highlighted by Dr. Akhil as well, that how it is changing the emerging business landscape. If you'll see a couple of logistics startup like Picker or Locus, how they are actually helping the people who are actually working at the ground, shop floors, the warehouse persons, to understand, identify. So it is actually increasing the picking accuracy. They are actually helping the warehouse personnel in reducing their time and cost and energy and efforts. So this is something that has came up, and these startups have, that is why, gone from series 1, 2 and 3 rounds of fundings. There is a company called Loginext. They are actually working in helping companies, not only their organization but also other companies, in understanding and making other companies aware of how they can optimize the route with the help of AI. So let's say they can give exact information to a truck driver that this is the route, there would be the hurdles, or there would be checkpoints there, or there would be issues there in the route. So this is the better and optimized route. Real time updates about route can be shared with the help of AI, although it is not like with the GPRS technology also we had it, but now a kind of enhanced version of the same technology we are getting with the help of AI. Truckload optimization, transshipment optimization. Say for example, your shipment is in the warehouse, and you are not aware of what is the shelf life of the product that you have in, and the aging of the product is increasing over a period of time. How you are going to improve upon this process so that the inventory flow is smoother, inventory turnover is faster. So all these technologies with the help of AI is actually helping people in the area from the ground level as well to the strategic point of view in all kinds of decision making. Another very good example is of simulating a kind of virtual environment. So if you study, let's say for example, supply chain simulation, so you are with the help of AI tool be able to visualize and understand the entire warehouse layout. So where to keep your products in the warehouse, how you will be designing the shelves of in the warehouse, where we will keep, and how the vehicle movement will be there in the warehouse. Even in terms of safety and security in the warehouse can be actually be monitored with the AI as well. So this is how the AI is helping to reduce the minuscule tasks, the cumbersome tasks at the warehouses or at the manufacturing companies as well. So all these now emerging businesses, like if you see a website by AI called Futurepedia. So what they are actually doing is every day when you check that website, there are more than 20-30 AI based tools that are there coming at that website, and you just have to type the type of work you want to do or you want to do with the AI, and that gives the result in the form of some app that is there in on the web, which can solve your that kind of business problem. So these kinds of new emerging areas are coming up, wherein you can understand what would be beneficial for your business, how it can help other businesses as well. So this is the kind of new age businesses that will be coming up very soon, which will be helping other businesses as well to transform and help in their digital transformation as well.
So rightly highlighted by our panelists that how the creativity and the innovation is being integrated into the AI to bring up to come up with such a startup in the business processes. Now moving ahead, I request the Dr. Shantanu to throw some insights or throw highlights about how the logistics strategy will be transformed using the AI and the other advanced analytics.
So AI and other advanced technologies will be helping, and in fact they are helping companies in better decision making. If we talk about the strategic decisions, what are usually strategic decisions? Strategic decisions usually would be like, for example, I want to open a manufacturing facility. So I will be identifying what are the locations where I need to open the manufacturing facility. So that decision making is now being held by some AI technology, which is actually be helping in making me the better decision, deciding me which area would be which area would be there to identify and select on the basis of certain parameters or constraint, that yes, this is the area which you can pick out of the options that you have, and you can go ahead with starting your manufacturing facility there. Or in fact, even not, if let's say there is a decision dilemma, like let's say for example you are planning to open a manufacturing facility, or you are in dilemma to outsource it to any third party manufacturing firm. So make versus buy decision kind of thing. So whether you have to make the product on your own, or whether you have to outsource it to somebody else. So all these decisions are actually being also being taken with the help of AI nowadays. Apart from it, let's say in terms of strategic decision making, for a logistics company, they spent a lot of money in terms of their customer relationship management aspect. So now with the AI, you will see all these companies like Merck's Line, like DHL, like Aramax, Panalpina or FedEx, they are or they have integrated chatbots in their system, CRM system as well. So that is not only reducing the time, energy and efforts they were investing in training people about CRM, but also increasing, helping customer relationship enhance a lot as well. So now a user of all these logistics company just have to interact with the chatbot, and all these chatbots are actually some way or the other have the backing of ChatGPT or similar kind of software. So they generate good results for the customer as well. So it reduces a lot of anxiety and stress of a user as well. So in terms of money, these companies are improving with the use of AI a lot. And let's say for example, there are companies who are actually planning for supply and demand based forecasting. So how you will plan the supply forecasting, how will you manage the demand forecasting? Now with the help of AI based tools, you can do in fact scenario, what is called as scenario planning, not just the strategic level planning, but also the scenario planning kind of activity, wherein you can actually visualize how your growth will be, how with the effect of seasonality in place, or how with the changes in the demand or fluctuations in the demand, how the entire scenario would look like. So you actually have got a kind of a strategic simulating environment in the form of the AI, which will actually help businesses to take not only the operational decision or tactical decision, but also the strategic and scenario planning based decisions as well, in from one end to the last end of the supply chain. Many companies have in fact enhanced their first mile logistics operation and last mile delivery operations with the help of AI a lot. So they are able to now understand what is the location, what would be the best route to identify and move to pick up the product, how their time can be saved, and then what would be the best alternative to solve those issues as well. In terms of last mile delivery, like I was interacting with a logistics person, and he told that how AI has actually helped not only the seller side but also the buyer side. So with the machine learning algorithm that they had, you are making actually machine to learn on itself. So he is actually giving suggestions to the sellers that see this area or this pin code is when they order some product online, they are not going to pay for that product. There are high possibility that if let's say this user with this name with this pin code has ordered the product, and if that product they have ordered in a cash on delivery mode, there are 80% to 90% chances that they will not pay the money and they will not pick up the call. So there would be an issue with the delivery of the product. So now the seller can take a decision whether to transport that product to the customer or not. So it is like with the help of data, you can as a seller, like for example a very small scale seller on an ONDC platform, can also understand and decide upon and take a decision, like let's say whether to ship products in this region or whether to provide services in this region or not. So this is how in terms of logistics decision making, AI and machine learning and other advanced technologies are helping businesses to grow as well.
I request Dr. Akhil if he wish to add certain points on this, what we are discussing about.
I think Shantanu has already covered most of the things, but just to add small point, to be very frank to you, when we are discussing about AI, please understand that if it is, I mean, how can I say, if the customer is not interacting with an AI, the output of having an AI based solution or non AI based solution is same. I mean, for example, if I am buying a pen from Amazon, backend how much AI they are using, the customer gets a pen, that's it. So customer doesn't get a feeling of anything regarding AI. Okay. Why I'm saying this is, the right now the hype which you're looking at AI is not because of the delivery what the AI does, is because you and me are interacting with AI. Okay, first thing. So when I look at the logistics strategy, the strategy of a firm is to gain competitive advantage over their competitor. That's exactly what strategy is. So when Amazon or somebody is trying to put AI into their system, I think their objective is to make sure that whatever my competitor is doing, I have to do it in a different way, so that my advantage in terms of my delivery is much higher than my competitor. Looking from that angle, I think in the logistics sector, the most important thing in which AI can really do is automate the decision making, in the sense that customer is trying to order a particular stuff, right? The AI takes that particular decision, do most of the supply chain work, including raising the invoice, talking to supplier, looking at the SLA, talking to the vendor, or seeing whether the warehouse the thing has reached, and the drone which is taking it from there to the customer directly. I mean, that is where the AI actually has a disruptive competitive advantage, not exactly getting into the customer, because customer is still getting the pen. You understand that, but the customer is not interacting with AI in that particular situation. Right now, if you look at ChatGPT and everything, the reason they have made it free is because when they're interacting with the customer gets the hype. But in real life, this is not the truth. The truth is AI will be more towards a back-end in logistics industry. The product will still remain the most important thing with the customer, the quality of the thing which the customer gets. I mean, look at what happened with Alexa. Alexa did not do well after a certain time. It's not exactly AI, because Alexa never realized that it's not the output of what the Alexa does is important for the customer. Customer was thrilled by interacting with an AI. I mean, that is exactly what the customer is right now doing it. But ultimately, in the logistic industry, is when the product reaches the customer, when the customer opens the product, he feels so satisfied with the product with his hand. I mean, that's the most important thing, and the price. And so it will never change in the logistic industry, be it AI or non-AI. So for an Amazon or somebody, I think the most important thing is how the AI will become part of the supply chain strategy, so that they are having a much better advantage compared to their competitor in terms of automating the whole thing, so that their cost becomes much less to deliver the product, which my Flipkart may take it much higher, or somebody else may take it much higher. And I also tell you, because of this thing, they will not be using the AI which is provided by ChatGPT or OpenAI. They will create their own AI. That is the reason they will be much more advantageous. Otherwise, everybody can use the same thing. I mean, that's how it's going to be in the logistics world. That's my limited understanding.
Okay, with this we have come to approximately end. But before winding up, my last question for both of you is: what do you think are the future prospects ahead about the AI emerging as the technology for the business processes and the management, and for the supply chain as well?
I think the question should be, what is the future prospect for human to to think of the kind of job? No, that's a very serious question to be answered. That I really feel that in the last 100 years, when the industrial revolution started, the question always was there: what is the role of human anymore? But it has always become relevant. The point is, the job profile will change. You and me, when we are doing a kind of work which is more repetitive, I think that is not the kind of job humans used to be doing, or that's the nature created them. They were more creative, in a sense. And now the time has come when you will see humans more towards the creativity of a particular business, rather than doing the day-to-day motorist job of a particular business. That will be taken completely by AI. Now let me give you one example. There is a Unreal Engine platform called MetaHuman. Okay, in which you can exactly create a human which exactly has the same skin tone, emotions, everything. And you can create a movie in your laptop, but that will not make you Rajamouli. You have to still be creative to create a story out of it. I mean, the AI can help you to build up the story, to build up the environment. Now you don't need a high set studio to invest in everything. Now Unreal Engine can do it for you, but the story comes from you, from your heart.
Of course, the creativity, innovation still lies with you.
So the time has come when the creativity will get more high pay than doing a software coding or something. I mean, the coders are still required because they will be innovating what kind of new codes can be created, new emotions can be created, all this fine. But they don't need to do it like what Iron Man used to do. I mean, that's the best example is that Iron Man never became irrelevant because of Jarvis. I mean, the decisions still remain with Iron Man. The same way, the AI is like your secretary, a very good Oxford Studies secretary. I mean, they are exactly as intelligent as you, but you're not giving that decision making to them. They are enhancing your decision making. I mean, that relation still remains as it is. So the humans now, the next era has started. Like if you see the YouTube influencers, they were exactly giving you the signal that a new era is coming, where you own your data, you own your creativity, and you're selling it by yourself, and you're getting paid. You don't need a middleman for that. I mean, that's exactly what AI is giving you. Now you can create your own things. You don't need to worry about, but your creativity still gets paid. So you have to be more creative. I mean, even the education system has to change because of it. I mean, now you have to be more applied. People doesn't care whether you know the theory or not. I mean, the ChatGPT can give you the theory, but I mean, let me give you a slight example. I'm taking so much time. Sorry to say, but I mean, I was giving students some kind of an assignment, and people have a question that why they can give it from ChatGPT, but look at it from the other way around. If a management student, I'm giving an assignment that there is a tea stall above, after the gate, okay, and his revenue will be, let's say, in a day he or she may be getting 2,000 rupees. Now the student has to go there and make sure to create a strategy and deploy it so that his earning increases from 2,000 to 4,000. What ChatGPT is going to do? It's only going to give you the idea. The deployment still has to be done by the human. Now he will do the teamwork, he will deploy people, he will do the cost optimization. I mean, the time and era has come when the learning has to be exactly that way, because the rest of things the AI will anyway do. You don't need to learn the formulas anyway. I mean, that era has gone, but deployment still remains with you. I mean, the ChatGPT can tell you at what time the rocket should be launched, but the creation has to be done by you. The deployment has to be done by you. The physical, it's not going to be done by AI. It's exactly replication of your brain. That's it. So take it as a partner and try to understand that now you have to be much more creative than anything else. I mean, that's what the most important thing is. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, in fact, rightly highlighted, and in fact one of my colleague, and he is an expert in designing things, so he was also a kind of had an apprehension that with the AI all these designing thing will be gone. So I just suggested or explained him about using an assistant, AI as an assistant for him to increase the creativity of your design and enhance the quality of it with the help of AI tool. So the amount of time actually you are investing in doing the repetitive task or work now has been reduced with the making AI as your companion in designing aspect. So you with your brain can create a design, and with the AI you can actually enhance and improve the quality of it. So going forward, definitely it is like AI will be helping humans in making better and informed decisions. AI will be helping humans in making right decisions from a multiple options that they have. So it is giving you multiple scenarios. Actually, it will be the humans who have to take which alternative to choose from. So you have as a kind of, everyone has a kind of a free secretary or a free assistant to suggest them multiple options, and it will be humans who will be taking the decisions out of the options they have. Similar is the case with the companies who are actually using and integrating AI based technologies in their businesses. So at every level of their business actions or processes, right from the start typing an email to taking a very informed strategic decision, AI is actually helping at every level in taking and integrating and improving their decision making with some kind of analysis, with some kind of what you call it, kind of content creation that it can give, with some kind of options that it can give to make some kind of informed decision, whatever prompt that you give it to an AI or whatever data you put into AI. But it is actually human who will see from his intellectual capability that can actually understand that yes, this is actually which can be implemented, this is actually which cannot, and keeping the humanness in it as well, because artificial is artificial. One has to have that emotional intelligence as well when you are dealing with people or real life humans. So it is not like an artificial intelligence person will be only taking decisions and will be changing the landscape. It is actually being it will be going forward, will be helping humans and businesses in growing, and it will be humans who will be actually using artificial intelligence and their own emotional intelligence in improving the business landscape. So humanness is something that would be and has been the part of business, and that is why we talk about the industry 5.0 technologies now, which means that whatever AI, ML and all advanced technologies we have to keep the humanness or social aspect plus the environmental aspect of the business in place as well, so that the sustainability is intact, the humanness is there in the business decisions that we make. So artificial intelligence plus emotional intelligence will be kind of win-win for everyone going forward.
So I want to just add before you conclude,
Yes, sir.
Just one point I want to add, that the fear that AI will take up most of the jobs, I want to also highlight a kind of more of a very basic way the world works. Be it AI or non-AI or anything, ultimately the companies make money through consumption. Okay, so somebody should be there to consume. I mean, somebody has to consume. That's why they're paying money, and that's why you're getting revenue. So if AI takes off all of the job, let's say, what will happen is the rise of middle class, which has happened. I mean, because of the jobs, the earnings they have, it will go down. If that goes down, the consumption also will go down. If the consumption goes down, the revenue also will go down. And ultimately, every company is putting AI to generate more revenue, be it the producers of AI even there. So ultimately, if the humans are getting less of a job, who will be generating the income and who is going to consume? Ultimately, somebody should be to consume it. So if it goes down, the AI also gets the impact. So see, the economy is not going to change the principle the way they are going to work. The consumption is what creates revenue. I mean, if you look at most of the billionaires today, they have increased the value of the net worth has increased sporadically in the last 20 years. But it also is exactly with the way the income has increased for the normal consumer, because they are consuming it. So if you're removing their job, the consumption also goes down, because the earning is going down. It is going to directly impact the companies itself. So the companies knows that even if they automate everything, they need the consumer to consume. That's why they get the money, and consumer need a job to get the money, to get the consumption. So it's all a complete, it's a complete catch-22 situation. I mean, you cannot take any of them and say that, like a Hollywood movie, like humans are not required, now AI will do everything. That is not possible in a world economy like us. I mean, we need consumer and producer both in the equal time, and consumer will always be human, because they need to consume. I mean, AI doesn't need to have any consumption. The money comes only from consumption. It never happens otherwise. So I mean, don't need to worry on that. Yeah, over to you.
So with this, we come to the end of this panel discussion. I would really like to thank Dr. Shantanu and Dr. Akhil for giving their insightful and giving their views on how the AI has becoming the emerging technologies, and it is becoming one of the areas that is transforming the landscape of the businesses, how it transformed the structure of the supply chain and its management over time. So thank you so much, sir, for gathering such insights.